welcome back to another video. Today we got a very interesting car from early 2000s. Let's see what we've got. Right, it is none other than the Vauxhall Vectra B. Yes, the Vectra B, which in my personal opinion is one of the best looking Vectras going. And speaking of Vectras, and of course Vauxhall, is only one person that we know on the channel or who would of course have a Vauxhall this special. It's the one, the only. Some say he occasionally wears a flat cap and that during the winter he grows moss on his chin.
It's ginger moss, but
it's all we know is it's Flat Cap Media. Welcome back to the channel of Flat Cap. And how the devil are ye?
yeah, not bad.
And
Back out doing a little bit.
oh yes, definitely. And I must say, I am liking the look of your Vectra B.
Yeah.
I'm loving the fact that it's got the correct year mud flaps on it as well.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
they are genuine ones. They're not
Oh.
copies.
The correct alloys for this shape of car, of this spec.
It's an option. It was an option.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was an option. They're Irmischer.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. So you get the Irmischer wheels.
Yes.
Spoiler, side skirts. The bumpers, obviously, they're the extended ones. But yeah, with an SX side, I think you got all of it. But I think the Irmischer wheels
Was an optional extra?
was an optional extra. Yeah, most of the time they were fitted.
Wow. Ooh, yeah, it is a cracking car, and I remember you actually bidding on this on eBay after you got rid of it's Arnie, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The
5C39. Yeah, so that it failed its MOT miserably. Yeah, I actually broke down on the MOT route, which was, it's kind of it for me. Yeah, so that's gone to live a new life in Ireland. So that's being restored by somebody who's got the time and the patience, neither of which I have.
and it wasn't a Vauxhall.
No.
For which this beautiful car is, of course, a 2001 Vauxhall Vectra B.
Yep.
So regarding the timeline, when did they roughly come out, the Vectra Bs?
Vectra B was 96.
96 was it?
That was your first stages, and then it was facelifted in 2000.
Oh right, so this is a facelifted
This is a facelift,
car.
yeah. And so the facelift ran from 2000 to 2002, obviously when the C replaced it.
Yes.
Not a very long lifespan.
No, not very, but I still, in my personal opinion, people's opinions may vary. I honestly think the Vectra B is the better looking car.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah. It's definitely less straight line-ish.
Yeah, and from what I can see of it at the moment, you've got a cracking buy here.
Yeah, well, I paid £900 for it.
Oh, £900, is it?
£900, yeah. 12 months MOT. It's got a full service history with it, and yeah, 82,000 miles at the time of purchase.
Well, that's hardly anything for a car of this age, especially because these are known for taking executives and people in banking and stuff like that.
It's a salesman's car.
A salesman.
Yeah,
that's the word I
salesman.
couldn't think of.
Yeah, it's not Vauxhall's finest hour. I'll be honest with you, but like you say, for 900 quid with a car with 12 months MOT on it, it's no brainer, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah, exactly. But my personal opinion, of course, others may vary. I've always liked the Vectra B because the fact is that look to it it's still practical, but yet it's got that sporty line to it.
Yeah.
But not being over the top.
No.
And it's a good successor, essentially, to the Cavalier.
Yeah. See, the Cavalier was. A lot of people say that the Cavalier was the better car, and I'd probably say, as a Vauxhall enthusiast, I probably would agree with them.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, but we'll see what you think anyway.
Oh yeah, we'll see what our fellow Rangers will think of this car. So first, I think we will have a look in the back seats to see how comfortable they are.
Okay.
Right, fellow Rangers. So this is the back end of the Vectra B, and for the age and the money, it's like brand new. And the front seats, you wouldn't think that's done over 82,000. The gator is in mint condition for its age. It's this brings back memories for me. When my stepfather had the old Cavalier, putting sweets in the boot and then just having one of us going into the boot to get the sweets through the hatch. That makes me feel old. But for a car of its age, airbags in the sides, which is which is essentially early start of the airbags in the seats. You've still got little touches from the older Vauxhalls. A cigarette ashtray in the back, where people still thought it was cool to smoke. Wind up windows. And on the front then you got, of course, the standard CD player. Airbag for the passenger. Of course, airbag with steering wheel controls for the radio. Electric windows with the tab on the front of the seat that moves forward for if you need it. And of course, also on this car, I think it has, yes it does, it has the electric mirrors as well. But for this spec it is incredible. Let's have a look underneath the bonnet, fellow Rangers. So, Mr. Flatcap, but I know as you're the relative expert that I know.
Yeah.
The Vectra Bs are starting to slowly pick up in interest, aren't they?
Yeah, they are getting, they're getting like your V6s and stuff like that. They're selling for quite a price nowadays. Originally I wanted a V6 one, but again, finding one that was affordable and things like that at the time, it just, it wasn't going to happen. But yeah, it obviously did come up by accident, really, to be honest. Like I said, I was bidding on eBay on it blind. I was bidding on a few other things as well. Yeah, and a good price for this, I think, to be honest, considering, it's got 12 months MOT and things like that.
So, let's say, because some people may not want the V6 and want this spec, for example,
okay.
Or what would you suggest for them to look out for if it's their very first Vauxhall,
yeah,
or they're after a Vectra B?
Yeah.
What are the places you need to look for? Because the spots that you need to be aware of.
Yeah. Okay. So, main thing with these, as long as it's been serviced regularly, it tends to go on. They are quite long-lived. Cam belts, again, common stuff, but yeah, if the cam belt hasn't been done, when they wear out, obviously they have a tendency to snap, and you will blow one of these up. It isn't, it's not a non-interference engine.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, if the belt hasn't been done, then get it done. soon as possible. Yeah, burning oil is quite a common one again. But yeah, just regular maintenance. These engines, they say they're quite long-lived, things like that. So.
And what about the bodywork regarding that?
So there's a few places what you need to be aware of. So sills and arches, okay, that's a common one.
Oh, so it's the sills.
Sills, so rear sections of sills mainly.
Yeah.
The other one is underneath the car.
Oh, right.
Sort of where the rear axle is. If under that axle is rusty, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because basically it writes the car off.
Ah.
So they had a tendency to rust in between the rear boot floor and then the actual rear section for the car. So
yeah.
If that's rusty and you can see rust in the boot, walk away from it.
Walk away, is it?
Yeah.
It regarding parts, because obviously, unlike as we all know on Lone Ranger Motoring, we're very lucky in a way. We got British heritage for most of our parts.
Mm-hmm.
But regarding the Vauxhall Vectra B, what's that like regarding parts?
So far, I've not had any problems trying to find stuff. Again, things like brakes, that sort of thing, you know, your sort of consumables, yeah, no problem at all. Off the shelf, and it's quite cheap as well. Bought a set of brakes for this, and it only cost about 50 quid.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean, that's discs and pads as well.
Oh, that's tidy.
So that's not too bad. Things like bodywork, like obviously you've got the kits and stuff, like the Ermisher kit and stuff like that. Things like the caps and stuff you can't buy anymore. So, like servicing and mechanical parts, yeah, but if you've got, you know, like different body styling and stuff like that, and, you know, like the spoiler you can't buy new anymore, you know, things like that. But yeah, mechanically wise and like service parts, yeah, fine, no problem at all.
Oh, tidy. Right. Well, at least mechanical, which is normally the main thing. At least you can get those parts, which is the normally the main concern, because some parts, with some cars, for example, you can't even get some mechanical parts.
No.
So that sort of makes them harder and harder to keep going, whereas if you can get the mechanical sorted, that's mainly the lifeblood of the car, essentially.
Yeah, exactly, But yeah, like things like mechanical parts and stuff like that, yeah, you can pick up no problem. There are some oddities that you might not be able to buy new, but as far as I'm aware, most things for, you know, any Vauxhall of this age are still regularly available.
Oh, brilliant. Right, fellow Rangers, now we are in the mighty Vectra B with our host, of course, who sometimes wears a flat cap.
I've been Vauxhall vaulting today, so
yes,
flat cap is optional on that one.
Oh, I didn't know when we went to purchase you, there was an optional extra list I had to fill in regarding flat caps.
Yeah, that box was never ticked. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so pretty much you've had this car for going on over just over a month now.
Yeah, just over a month.
Do you feel more attached to it since you purchased this vehicle?
I wouldn't say I'm attached to it. At the end of the day, it serves me a purpose.
Yeah.
You know, it's a car that I use to drive to work and things like that. You know, it's retro-ish, which I like. It's relatively comfortable. That's why I bought it, really. Like, you know, for me, this is kind of like a stopgap.
Ah,
you know what I mean? So, but yeah, originally I bought this car because it had the engine in that I want to put in the Corsa, which you guys have already
Oh
seen.
yes, which is Aurora, the blue Vauxhall Corsa, 1997, which a pop-up card will be up now, just in case you want to catch yourself up on that one.
Yeah. So yeah, that's obviously I was bidding on it on eBay, and I thought even if it turns out to be totally shit, you know, it would serve a purpose for, because it's the engine that I want to put in it.
Exactly. So yeah, essentially it is pretty much a very good donor car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's it's a good donor car. You know, it was cheap for what it was. You know, and I thought, do you know what? Whilst it's got MOT on, might as well use it.
Exactly, and regarding performance of the engine, because we know it's a pretty powerful 1.8 lump of an engine.
It's powerful, yeah. I mean, it's 123, 124 brake. So you know, it's never gonna set your world on fire, sort of thing. But it's it's pokey enough.
So if it does eventually end up in the Corsa,
Yeah.
Would there be any performance enhancements?
Possibly. I mean, you got to think. Obviously, this engine here is 3 times the power of what's in the Corsa currently.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, it would definitely make it more usable. You know,
even though the Corsa is quite nippy for what it is.
it is nippy for what it is. Yeah.
It's for 1.2. It's actually pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Well, I remember from when I've driven it in the past, and that is a lovely, cracking little car.
Yeah.
And you've managed to get what you've done with that car is amazing. What you've done.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's pretty much essentially. I know this is Mrs. Flatcap's favourite colour.
Yeah. At the end, again, like I said, we don't.
I know.
If
I had to
bought
say
it for,
something.
you know, I bought it for the fact that it was cheap. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah,
I
I
said,
know
if I
what you
didn't
mean.
buy this, there would have probably been another Vauxhall or of some sort that would
As
have
you were saying, it is a corker of a car what you got here, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, value for money. Like I said, I mean, the days are coming to an end where you can buy cars for cheap, aren't they? Let's be fair.
Yeah, they are.
You know, to find a car with 12 months MOT for less than £1,000, I think, is a bargain, regardless of what it is.
Exactly, it is. It is quite rare nowadays to find a car with that sort of.
Bramble stuck
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Apologies, fellow Rangers, if the shakes in the road. It's not us. We have tried our best, but unfortunately, that's the joys of British roads. They're crap.
Yes, they are.
But yes, essentially, for an enthusiast, it's nice to. Well, I'm sort of a beginner enthusiast, and still want to learn as much as I can from the Vauxhall Vectra, which is sat next to me. The knowledge of Vauxhall from this man.
Yeah. So if you know anything about, well, like I said, the car has been reviewed by so many different people over the years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We've had Jeremy Clarkson give a mixed review.
It wasn't mixed. He hated it.
Yeah, I was trying to be polite, but yeah.
I get what he's saying. There are some disadvantages to this car.
Yeah.
Like as obviously you can probably feel, it's like,
Yeah, but
it's not a very good handling car.
Oh no, but the problem is though, Vauxhall never really intended it to be that really.
Yeah.
Because it intended it for its salesman.
Yeah.
To use the car.
Yeah. I can't remember what the budget was, but I think it was something like. I want to say it was multiple £1 million designing it. You know what I mean? They could have done a little bit better. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's. They always said that the Vectra was a coffee break car, designed in a coffee break, and to be fair, it was. You know what I mean? It was a last minute thing. Put some fancy door mirrors on it and stuff, and it'll be alright, sort of thing.
A lot of cars that was designed in coffee breaks, a few of them have been very, very interesting cars in the past, such as the Golf Mark 1 GTI, for example. That was a lunchtime design to essentially they'd done that while Volkswagen didn't know that they were doing it, they were designing it, and hey presto, we had the Mark 1 Golf GTI, and look where that has gone today. And it's gotten even. The GTI is still there, but it's not the daddy anymore. It's the R
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But I know the I is the top dog, but
Yeah.
my mind has always said it's still going to be the GTI because it's the name, the heritage.
Yeah. And
Behind
like I said,
it.
it's every company does it. Spec-ing cars differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like,
With this being
one,
the SRI,
SXI.
my apologies.
Which was also quite a you don't find many of these. Most Vectras you see nowadays have V6s in them because that's the only ones that have survived.
Yeah.
The V6s, especially like the GSIs and things like that. They had a lot of work done to them to make them what they are. Hence why they're more desirable than this. And if you want one of these that's going to handle well, buy the GSI because this car is alright as like a commuter car and stuff like that, but I wouldn't want to fucking take it on a track day because you're going to end up tipping it over.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, in its defence for a car, what it was designed for, I think it's a smashing looking car.
Yeah.
Opinions may vary regarding that one, but I honestly, personally think the Vectra B. I may have said this once or twice already in the video, but I personally think the Vectra B is the best looking out of the lot compared to the others.
You obviously got the B and you got the C. So they say, what was the Vectra A? Well, the Vectra A was the Cavalier in the UK. But in Europe and stuff, when it was badged as an Opel, it was actually sold as a Vectra. Yeah,
it's a bit like the Nova in Europe was sold as the Corsa A.
Corsa A, yeah, exactly.
I'm learning slowly with my Vauxhall knowledge. I have many things I need to learn from the Vauxhall master. Fair play to the ride. It's really nice, and I can tell it's performing pretty well.
It is a comfortable car, isn't it? And like I say, with your SXI, obviously you get like the upgraded seats and stuff like that. Because they're comfortable and they're multi. You can adjust them in multiple ways and things. You get air conditioning.
Yeah.
CD player. You get electric windows in the front.
Of course, wind-ups in the back.
Yeah, well, there's less to go wrong in it.
Yeah.
Electric mirrors. Obviously, you get buttons on the steering wheel for controlling your stereo and things like that. But yeah, no front fog lights with this one, unfortunately.
It would be a nice addition.
It would be a nice addition, yeah.
Depending on price.
Yeah. Like I said, you got upgrades, so you get extra speakers and stuff like that. So, yeah, spec-wise, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Right, now comes the question that everyone always becomes very, very scared of. The age-old question. Can I have a go?
Of course you can. I don't like it that much. No, really? It's telling me which button the record button is.
Right, fellow rangers, now it's time to
go on, mate.
Drive the Vectra B. And I have to say, that is really the clutch is really nice. The throttle pedal is not hard to reach it it's not too hard to push down.
No.
Right, I'll just do a UE here a minute.
I'm going to do a UE.
Turning circle for a car this size is actually very good.
It's not bad actually, is it? To be fair. It's like the 5 Series was like, trying to turn a tank around.
Mind you, that is a German tank.
Yeah,
essentially.
it was,
whereas this is like a nimble little half track compared to the BMW, which was essentially a Panzer.
Yeah.
But yeah, from performance-wise, of course, mileage may vary with different people and different strokes, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I quite like it actually. It's the sort of car that has me driving my own MG then. Going in, thinking that's the wiper blades on that side, where it's not, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, performance-wise, I am very, very surprised because I've watched Top Gear since I was a small boy, and I used to pray at the church at Clarkson.
Yeah.
And if he said a car was terrible, I took him for his word for it because he didn't seem like he was going off a script.
Yeah.
And I liked that about him.
Yeah.
Whereas one or two cars I've driven that he said that they're terrible, well, it's has really surprised me. It's like I was just getting past that car a moment ago, and it's got oombles amounts of power to spare. It's
not a particularly heavy car.
No, it feels lighter. But I don't know if you noticed this, but when you're driving it, it feels lighter than it actually is. It's like just like a slightly bigger Corsa.
Yeah.
And
it's 1,200 kilos, I think, or something like that. So,
and it's no slouch either.
It does pick up quite well, to be fair.
And essentially, we've done a little bit of mock driving now, and the fuel gauge hasn't hardly moved especially for an 1800. That is actually very good.
Yeah.
Because we've not been doing proper economical driving. We've been doing, essentially, you could say, uneconomical driving.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I filled it up. I filled it up this morning, and then what I done from Bristol to yours, and then so I used about 10 litres. So done about 50 miles on 10 litres. So it's not brilliant.
No,
you know what I mean? But it is about typical for something of this age.
Oh yeah, exactly. It is rapid. It's. I'm having to actually hold myself back because it's actually giving me that encouragement to say, "Go on,
yeah.
You know you want to."
And the whole heating exhaust isn't helping either.
Yeah, that's actually what's helping it.
Yeah.
It is that a slightly performance-sounding exhaust.
Yeah.
Or this is just 40, 50, and it just pulls like a massive. It's like someone's gotten the biggest car in the Vauxhall range, for example, which was probably the Amiga at the time.
The Amiga was the biggest car, yeah.
And gotten the engine out of that and put it in this. It's a proper little flying machine, and
yeah, like I said, obviously this is only the 1.8 as well, so. And
it's essentially. Did he have any smaller engines compared to this?
I think there was a 1.6. I think in your more basic ones, but they weren't. I think there was only 4 horsepower less between the 1.6 and the 1.8. That's why they say the 1.6 is the better engine. Because you get pretty much
fuel economy.
You get the fuel economy, and you get pretty much exactly the same
performance.
Power. You know? So that's why especially taking engines out of things like this and put it in smaller cars. They say the 1.6 is
the better engine.
Is the better engine, yeah.
And because it's the less CC, so it drinks slightly less.
Cheaper to tax as well.
Cheaper to tax as well, because this is 430, if I remember right.
Yeah, it is silly money, isn't it? It is really silly money for.
It's what's killing these cars from the early 2000s.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it is. No, I'd agree with you on that one. To be fair.
A fact that is people such as Mike Brewer, and I agree with Mike Brewer regarding this, is that it's rather because at the moment, as we all know, we got once a car hits 40 years old, it becomes tax exempt and gets the historic tax.
Yeah.
So many cars now, because they're not that age yet, are starting to become quite rare.
Yeah.
Because of this. So I agree with Mike, it should be not 40 years of age, it should be 25.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree
because these cars, such as this, for example, this Vectra B, for example, which is actually a good level point, because you got a car like this you don't see often anymore. I've not seen any other Vectra Bs for a very long time.
No.
And they're becoming quite rare.
Yeah.
and they deserve to be remembered because they have been in lots of TV programs such as Morse with Inspector Lewis's car. He had a Vectra B for a long time. Inspector Frost had an estate variant.
Yeah.
As well. Also, yeah, it's essentially it's not been shy regarding. It's been around.
Yeah.
For the short time the Vectra B was around, and it was quite known, and a lot of people know the Vectra, especially the B.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably a little bit biased because, like I've said, this is my favourite shape.
Yeah.
But I think if they bring in the 25-year rule compared to the 40-year rule that they currently got, I honestly believe a lot of these cars will be saved, more of them, because the problem is because it's not classed down as historic tax at the moment, and they're taxing them through the hilt because they want to get us all off from petrol and diesel vehicles into these electric milk floats, as I like to think of them as.
Who doesn't like electric cars?
No, I don't.
I don't, to be honest with you. There's some that I quite like the
some
look
of them.
of.
I like the Honda E100E and the
Renault 5.
The new Renault 5, yes, but
Yeah.
they're the exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
But I honestly believe if the tax wasn't as bad as it was, I would have actually bought a Vectra B.
Yeah. Like I said, it's, for what I use it for, like I said, obviously I've got a little urn and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's plenty big enough that I can chuck all this crap in it.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean?
And this is why I think the 25-year rule needs to come into place, because it's big enough car for someone to still have a practical classic.
Yeah.
It's something that still turns heads.
Yeah, I mean, you do get, I've had a few people come up to me, like, when I've been in a car park and stuff, and they said, like, oh, I haven't seen one of those for years. You know what I mean?
Because
for me, this is only just about retro for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 01, so, it's 24 years old. You know what I mean? And for a lot of people, like a lot of you guys that are watching and stuff like that, you think it's not retro. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a classic. And maybe you're right. You know what I mean?
I remember going to school to the high school when this car was brand new.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I liked them then. And I never thought.
It's a random Christmas tree, though.
Oh yeah, random Christmas tree on it there. Yeah.
So
But
we do get distracted by shit, don't we?
It's like, ooh, hello. It's like, but yeah, in conclusion, it is a cracking car. If it wasn't for the tax, I would have seriously bought one, because the prices on these cars at the moment, the Vectra Bs, some of them are very, very good for the prices.
Yeah. You can pick them up. You can pick them up cheap. And I said the GSI isn't actually that much more to tax than this.
Yeah.
It's only about £50 more a year. So that was, that's the sort of thing that I think that if you want something like this, but you want to have a bit of fun as well, buy the GSI.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely buy the GSI.
So my conclusion: would I buy one if I don't count the road tax, don't count that bit, and it's just a case of from driving it and whatnot? Would I buy one? Yes. 100%. I'm not just saying it because Darren sat next to me and he's got an axe underneath his seat.
Not that bad.
But yeah, in all honesty, I do like it. He has bought a cracking little car here. Again, and the last 3 cars that he's bought have all been really good cars, apart from Mirani, but that's sadly the way it goes.
Yeah, but it still served a purpose.
Oh yeah, true.
And that's what you got to think. Like, this car for me serves a purpose. Because it's a car that I paid less than £1,000 for. It's got a 12 months MOT. It's just been serviced before I bought it.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't need to touch it for a year.
That's
you know,
true.
all I got to do is put petrol in it and tax it. That's all I need to do. You
Right,
know? And if it lasts 12 months, it lasts 12 months.
I got a feeling it will.
Yeah.
Well, right, fellow Rangers, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. A massive thank you to Dan once again and bringing one of his beautiful cars. And
I think you're the first person in history to call a Vectra beautiful.
well, I like I said, that it is. The Vectra B is the best looking one.
Yeah.
But yet, yes, all jokes aside, I honestly think it's a smashing little car. Links to the Flat Cap Media and the Vauxhall Vault
Yep.
will be in the description below.
Yep.
He doesn't need help, so
If you actually want to see that I drove a GSI version of this car about a year ago, a good friend of mine called Paul. So yeah, if you want to check that out, obviously that's on the main channel somewhere.
on the Flat Cap Media.
Yeah.
But anyway, fellow Rangers, I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please consider putting a like on the video, as that would be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, as that would also be very much appreciated. But for now, from me, Darren, and our Vectra B here, this is Lone Ranger signing out. Bye bye.